Hey buds, I'm your host Sam.
And I'm your co-host Ozzy.
And this is
Cushion Crime.
Cushion Crime. Welcome back to another episode of Cushion Crime.
Hello, everybody.
Hello to all of our new listeners. Thank you guys so much for how much you guys listen to Candy Montgomery.
It's crazy the amount of plays that we got that just on that single episode
in 1 week.
It
was crazy. We greatly appreciate it. We think
I was like, that can't be right. I literally hit the refresh button and multiple times, and I was like, whoa, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, there is seriously a lot for us. Like, we're very thankful and grateful. And even watching the show on Hulu, I felt like I did a pretty good job of kind of relaying that information.
Yeah, the show itself was really good.
It was good. Ozzy kind of liked the fact that after knowing the case already, watching it like that, I think it was better going into it because then you can kind of visualize everything you already know.
Exactly. It was a lot better seeing it like that too.
So, yeah, I had fun doing that case, and that was a fun show to watch. But thank you guys again. Like, honestly, we really, really appreciate it.
And because of you guys, we'll just keep on making more content, and we do it for you.
Yep. And then we're also having a newsletter that's starting. So if you go to our website, www.cushandcrime.com, and there will be a pop-up that thank you for Mr. LB Marvin, and it says join our newsletter. Go do that, and you'll have a nice little surprise.
And you'll get notifications on everything that we're about to do and stuff like that.
Yeah, so we're gonna our job is putting out more content. We're gonna be having more experiences.
We will do this.
Yeah. When we're taking that break, we're gonna be taking that break in June.
But we're not just going away. We're actually gathering content to make it into one.
We're doing field research.
Exactly.
So our break will be June 6th. There will not be an episode that day, so I apologize. But you'll get more content from that excursion.
Yeah, because we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff there.
Well, hopefully.
Yep.
So, yeah. So keep your eyes out for that.
Casper better be with me.
Yeah, and then we're definitely going to write. I've been writing some blogs on our website as well. I'm going to write a blog about our experience. I've asked Ozzy. He said he would do it too.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing it. That way you guys understand where I'm, like, my point of view of, like, the whole experience. So.
Yeah. And then if you want us to put even more content out, you can support us on our website as well. There's a donate tab, and then also there's a link in the show notes to support us on Anchor. We would greatly appreciate it. It would help us be able to do more content and be able to do more things to give you more content. So, or like go to different places so we can do, you know what I mean? So we greatly appreciate it.
But we're not going to be those like ghost channel, series, like us trying to capture it in motion or something like that.
What?
You've never seen those shows?
No.
Carl showed you when.
Oh no, we're not doing spooky adventures like that.
That's what I'm saying.
But we do want to like do things and like tell you guys about it, like true crime experiences. So yeah, donate to us and join our newsletter. All right. So today's case is a survival tale.
Survival tale.
Yes. Unfortunately, it's very tragic, and Ozzy obviously has a strain of the day for you.
Oh, yes, I do.
So why don't we go ahead and let Ozzy take it away with the strain of the day?
I don't know. It sounds like you're giving the good stuff first before the bad news stuff.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening.
Oh, man. Today's strain of the day is brought to you by cheese.
Such a classic strain, honestly. Such a good strain. Oh, yeah.
You've had it before?
Oh, yeah. It's stinky as fuck.
Like mold or?
Like cheese, like old cheese. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. Not old cheese, but like stinky cheese.
Ew.
That's why it's called cheese.
Cheese, also known as the Dina Femme cheese, ooh la la, is also an indica-dominant hybrid marijuana strain from the UK. Sharply named from its sour aroma, cheese has achieved widespread popularity in its unique flavor and consistency potency. With the origins that stretch back all the way to the 1980s, cheese is said to descend from a skunk #1 phenotype.
Yep, skunk is smelly too. That's why it's called skunk.
Oh, that is that why?
Yep.
Huh, explains it.
You're like, oh, is that why?
Breeders like Big Buddha seeds later introduced with Afghani indica genetics to increase the cheese trichome production and the yields. The resulting strain is now well known for its relaxed, happy effects and gently ease into your blissful state of mind. 41% of the people say it helps with stress, 32% of the people says it helps with anxiety, and 32% says it helps with pain. Brought to you by Leafly.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. If you've had cheese before, it's stinky. Y'all know it's not a strain to be smoking.
But
in
is it
public.
like a blue cheese type of smell?
It's just like we gotta get some. It's hard to explain. It's just like it almost smells like cat piss.
You.
Yeah.
That makes me not want to smoke
But
it.
it's so fucking good. It's so good, but it stinks.
I don't know.
That's
That makes me not want to just, you know.
It's good though. It's a really good
If that's
strain.
the case, I might as well just go smell the cat litter right now.
No. We're not going to be doing any of that today. Not at all. Thank you. Oh yeah, but go get some cheese and then you can tell me if you think it smells like cat piss or not.
Okay.
Or how you would describe it. You could do that in the comments of today's show.
Please let me
Instagram.
know.
Or on our Twitter. Let us know. At us. So like I said, today is a survivor tale, but
I'm going to light this up. If it's a survival tale and I'm going to be shocking and traumatized, I need coping mechanisms here.
yeah, here's the huge but. So it's the case of Colleen Stan. And to Ozzy, that means absolutely nothing. But to you guys that you may or may not have already heard this, which more than likely, if you're here or you like true crime, then you have. This is a very fucked up case, and I just want to throw a big blanket of trigger warning right on top.
Is it worse than the ones that we've already covered?
In ways, yes.
It can't be worse than the children.
It can.
Is it?
But obviously,
You know
children
what,
dying
like-
is not way more sad, but very sad. But this is just
'Cause
very
the one
traumatic.
The one with the children, like, that made me upset.
Yeah. Well, this is gonna she had
It's
a way. At least the children, however sad it may be, died somewhat quickly. Colleen is still alive, so all the things that happened to her, she had
Like, alive till this day?
Yeah, she still deals with, and it's hard. You know, she has PTSD now, so which I completely understand with this shit. It's fucking crazy.
Okay.
So for our listeners, I do want to throw that big blanket trigger warning over the whole episode. For rape, like
Oh.
yeah, like bondage, torture,
Whoa.
just don't.
Multiple big flags. Red flags.
Yeah, and I try not to go into like all the detail of the things that happened to her because I did read a book for this case, and it's called Perfect Victim by Christine McGuire and Carla Norton. And
That's the book you were reading all week, right?
Yes, that's the book I was reading. So you can read that book, and there's a lot of good detail in there about what happened to Colleen, but I didn't really dive too far into like the trial itself, and I didn't really dive too far into all of the things that happened to her. So I wanted to highlight the major important things for you guys to understand like how bad this was.
Okay.
All right. So Colleen Stan was born on December 31st of 1956. She was a New Year's Eve baby. That must be so nice, bringing in the new year with a baby.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do that, though.
No.
You got to really plan it out.
Yeah, you really do. She had 2 full-blood sisters and 2 half-sisters and a half-brother.
Big family.
Yeah. Colleen's parents divorced when she was young. I think she was about 3, but there was nothing bad about her parents' divorce. It was like done amicably. Like they co-parented really well, and they all they
Okay,
both
so
got
they were
remarried.
adults about it.
Yeah, they were exactly. They were adult about it. No baby
See,
mom drama.
why it is possible.
Well, not even. Sometimes not even baby mom drama. It's baby daddy drama.
True.
Yeah,
but
whatever kind of
it
baby
is possible
drama.
to be compromisable.
Yeah, it's possible to get along. Not saying everybody's like that, but
Yeah.
sometimes. I mean, like amicable divorces are, I feel, more rare than like toxic ones. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So when Colleen was younger, she loved to write. She would like write cards for her friends and her family, and she would often make arts and crafts. She's very craftsy.
Okay. So
Okay.
very hands-on.
Yeah, she liked doing that stuff. She was very creative, and she wasn't really a big fan of school, so she ended up dropping out at 16. And when she was 17, she ended up marrying a 23-year-old named Thomas Stan after only a few months of knowing him.
Married? A few months?
Yes.
How many months?
I don't know exactly how many.
But, Jesus.
Yep. Yep. They ended up moving to Ohio together, but ultimately it didn't actually work out between them. So Colleen ended up moving back home.
Well, you would think. I mean, months.
Yeah, they only knew each other for a couple months. But it's okay. She was young. Let her be, okay? We all make mistakes.
Yeah. Months?
We all make mistakes. And Colleen actually ended up moving back to California, which is where this case takes place.
If you guys don't know what that is from, it's from
You're
the
fired.
movie The Wizard.
Yep.
Back in the 90s.
California. I was explaining it to some people that are younger than us the other day. I was like, have you ever watched The Wizard? They were like,
No.
no. And I was like, oh, never mind.
Good movie.
Yeah. Anyway.
Especially if you're a gamer.
Yeah. So she ended up moving in with her two friends and their daughter. So like her two friends were together and then they had a daughter. And by the time Colleen was 20, she was like really like kind of like just go with the flow. She would look for a job. She just kind of like was chill, liked to go out and do things. And she was very independent. She hitchhiked all the time. And
ooh, that's scary.
So
I don't like how you're giving me that look. What, someone picked her up and that's when it happened?
shh.
Ooh, sounds like I hit it right on the spot.
Not quite. So she was, like I said, she was just out and about. So she wanted to go see her friend in Northern California from where she was staying. So on May 19th of 1977, which was a Thursday, she left and she told her roommate that she would be back on that Saturday.
Okay, so 2 days.
Yeah. Well, like technically like 3. So
the day she left, yeah.
Yeah. So that Thursday she started hitchhiking rides. So again, she's no stranger to hitchhiking rides. It's something that she did
still scary.
quite often. But she'd be very selective about who she got in the car
I guess
with.
back in the day that was pretty normal.
Yeah, this is 1977.
Yeah. That would be kind of normal.
And
but nowadays
think about it now. People are getting Ubers now and there's shit that happens in Ubers too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, she was no stranger to hitching rides. So she was very selective about who she got in the car with. So, for example, she found a ride like pretty far up and then made it up to Red Bluff, California. And then while she was there, 2 sets of people offered her a ride. There was a car full of guys and she said, no, thank you.
Right.
And then there was a couple, but they weren't going too far. So normally a couple she felt was safe, but they were only going a little bit, so she was like, no.
But at least she gained that amount of miles if she went with the couple.
Right. Well, she didn't end up going with them because they were like kind of not going very far at all.
Okay.
So then there was one other car that stopped, and that was another couple.
Another one?
Another couple, yep. And they had a baby with them. So she sees this, and she sees the baby, she sees the woman, she sees the man. She's like, okay, that's fine. I'll get in with them. Because, again, she wouldn't get in with the group of guys, so she thought she was going to be safe here.
Right.
Like, they had a baby.
It was a family.
Right. So when they got in the car, they drove a little bit down the road, and then they had to stop and get gas. So she went to the bathroom before getting back in the car, and when she did, she had this gut feeling that she just needed to run. Like, she was, like, looking at the window, like she could escape through there, but she chose not to, and she just kind of, like, brushed it off. Let me just stop and just say, trust your instincts. Trust your fucking instincts. Get the fuck out.
So her spidey senses were tingling.
And she ignored
to
them.
run away from the couple, and she ignored it.
She ignored it because it was a couple with a baby. She thought it was okay.
Yeah, especially if you're hitchhiking. Like,
yeah. I don't know. But for some reason, she just brushed it off.
No. Ugh.
So
I knew something was going to happen with the hitchhike.
Hold on. So she gets back in the car with the couple, and while she's sitting there, she's starting to notice like little things, right? So the couple has a weird exchange of a look, like they look at each other weird, and then the man keeps staring at her in the rearview mirror, like
watching her every move.
And then there's also this like weird box that's sitting next to her that she like looked at, but I was like, okay. So she's like looking out, they're driving, she's like looking out the windows and stuff, and the man is like, hey, My brother told me about some ice caves in the area. You wouldn't mind if we stopped, would you, to take a look at those?" And Colleen is not going to impose. She's like, these people are driving me, I don't really have a choice. So
Right.
she's like, "Yeah, I wouldn't mind, taking a look." So the couple pull off onto like a random dirt road. I think they must have known the area. So they pull off onto this dirt road and it's near a stream. So the woman and the baby get out of the car and like walk towards the stream. And then the man gets out of the car. So it's just Colleen in the car by herself. Then the man comes around on the passenger side, jumps in, and then puts a knife up to her throat.
Oh, shit.
And then orders her to put her hands in the air. So she's obviously like scared as fuck. So she kind of just like freezes. And then he yells at her again to put her hands up, and she does.
Yeah.
So when she puts her hands up, he puts handcuffs on her and puts her arms behind her back and cuffs her. And
so
then,
it was a setup from the get-go then.
Yeah. And then he put a leather strap around her head and like tightened it so it like forced her mouth closed.
So he strapped her head against the headrest of the
No,
couch?
it was like a
seat?
leather strap that, let's just say, so I'm pointing at the top of my head and the bottom of my head. It wraps around that way.
Okay.
Not like front to back of my head, but the top and the bottom,
sideways,
like my chin.
Almost like a mouth restrainer.
It was a gag, yeah. So tied the leather strap around her
Right,
head.
that way you can't really open your mouth.
Exactly.
Okay.
Kept her mouth closed. And then he wrapped up her ankles. And then...
But to the chair of the...
Like just in the seat, because it was in the
right,
back.
in the car seat.
But like not to the chair, but she was just strapped up.
Okay.
She was just restrained. She wasn't attached to anything.
Okay.
After that, then he picked up the box, the weird ass box, and it was the size about a hat box, and it weighed about 20 pounds, and it had double walls on the inside. It was insulated, and it had hinges on it. So when he picked it up, Colleen saw that there were like 2 semicircles on the inside, and when it was opened, he put it over her head, latched it, and then it was like, it like went over her head.
So the box went over her head?
Yeah, and it like pinched. It was carpeted on the inside, so nobody could hear her.
So it was like a saw type of thing?
Yeah, it was literally like a box that went over her head. Yeah.
Ooh, what the fuck?
Yep. So they forced her to lay down, threw the sleeping bag that she had brought with her over her, and then turned back around and went back the way they just came from, to Red Bluff.
All right.
So they drive around for a little bit. The woman gets out of the car and the man drives around the block a couple more times. And then the woman gets back in. And then what they're doing, there's like kind of trying to kill time until dark so they could sneak her in the house. But they end up taking the box off of her head and then taking the strap off. And then they go and they get food from like a fast food place.
But she's still restrained.
She's still restrained.
They just took the head portion off.
Yeah. So that way, like people weren't like, when she was in the driveway or drive-through or whatever they were doing. And then once they got back to the house and it was dark, they blindfolded her and brought her inside. So they didn't bring her inside with the box on.
Okay.
And then she was...
Yeah, because the box would have attracted attention.
Yep. So she was brought into the house. All right. So now who the fuck are these 2 people?
Oh, henchmen of somebody, probably.
No. So... These 2 are Cameron and Janice Hooker. Their neighbors referred to them as a nice couple. They had a cute little baby. They were just a nice little family, right? No, these were not. This is not a sweet couple. Cameron was born on November 5th of 1953 to Harold and Lorena Hooker. He had a younger brother, and him and his family, when he was growing up, would move around quite often.
This is a family that... the couple that actually did the restraining and everything, right?
Yeah, this is the guy,
okay.
Cameron. So Cameron would typically keep to himself as a kid, but when he moved to Red Bluff, his attitude kind of changed. He became very like secluded and wasn't really friends with anybody. He didn't do anything after school. He didn't have any friends. Who gives a fuck about him? But like that's kind of what happened. So he was really into like tools and machines and construction, but he also had like really bad sexual fantasies as well. And he was looking at...
What do you mean like bad?
Like he was looking at very graphic bondage porn and like really bad things in his formative years, which is not good.
Okay, so more like he was looking at stuff that weren't normal.
Yeah, like he shouldn't be looking
Okay.
at it. It's like we've talked about before. Bondage and BDSM are perfectly fine as long as it's in a consensual situation.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay. All right. So anyway, so at this point,
I'm just high over here. I'm sorry.
it's okay. After high school, he started working for a lumber mill, and then when he was there, again, he stuck to himself, and he was having his very twisted fantasies, which we will definitely go over. So just don't worry about it. We'll go over it.
Okay.
So he was looking for a girl.
I was about to ask too. I was like,
I knew.
What do you
I threw
mean?
that preemptively into my script. I knew that he would ask me, and I was like, "Don't you worry, my friend. We're gonna go over it." So,
You caught me there.
yes, I did. He was looking for a girl in like that.
There's
would
a girl
fulfill-
that I like.
No.
No?
No. So Cameron was looking for a girl that would fulfill what he was looking for. So someone that would be like very obedient, that he would have complete control over. And he found that in a very young 15-year-old named Janice. Whoa. Yep.
15-year-old?
So he was 20, about to be 20, and she was 15.
Whoa. Pedo alert?
Yeah. I don't think that, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah. So,
and to manipulate too? Like, really,
exactly. They were introduced in 1973, and Janice was very shy. She had frizzy brown hair, and her personality was like that of a girl that was a lot younger than she was.
She should be focusing on school.
Yeah. And Cameron...
Stay in school, kids.
Yeah. And Cameron, being the predator that he is, was like, yes, this is my girl. So, like I said, he was turning 20, but I like I said, like we were alluding to, I feel like if she's 15 and if she acts even younger than that, then there's absolutely no reason that he should be dating her.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Jesus. But in any case,
like, come on, man.
He treated her very nicely at first, gave her lots of positive attention that
he needs an ass kicking.
Yeah.
Kicking.
He said kissing.
I said kissing. That's an ass kissing. I meant ass kicking.
He treated her very nicely at first, and he gave her lots of positive attention, and she wasn't getting that from her parents because Janice had epilepsy, and her parents treated her like she was a problem because of it. So Cameron comes around and is giving her all of this positive attention and just treating her...
Fake positive attention.
Right, just treating her nicely than anybody else has ever done.
Right.
She eats that up because all she wants is somebody to pay attention to her.
Where are the parents?
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
Jesus.
So...
as a parent, you should.
These two... as well, after only a few months of dating, ended up getting married. And
what?
Yep.
The 15-year-old and the 20-year-old got married.
Yep.
How is that even legal?
She was 16 at the time of the marriage. Like, she just turned 16, and her parents allowed it to happen.
What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
So,
that's fucked up.
And then as soon as they got married, it was like a switch had turned on with Cameron, and all of his fantasies started coming out. So he wanted to hang...
like sexual fantasies?
Yeah. He wanted to hang Janice from their ceiling and stuff, and he did.
What?
And he did, and she only allowed it to happen because she wanted his attention.
Girl, what are you doing?
Yep.
Get the fuck out of there.
He would choke her out, and then he would put knives to her throat, so things just kept getting more and more and more
should not
violent.
be, yeah.
That's
Jesus.
why it's like this case. It's one of the things that we'll talk about more at the end, but we could talk about now. People feel like Janice is somewhat a victim of Cameron's, but at the same time, like, she kind of helped him pick up Colleen. So it's like, is she a victim, or is she also part of this? You know what I mean? I don't know.
What do you mean by that, though?
We'll talk. I mean, we can talk about it more about later as you hear about the whole case. But there's like kind of debate. It's like, is she a victim because she was kind of like he
like when the case came
her.
out?
I guess, yeah. Or like even like most people when we talk about it now.
Okay.
You know, like, is Janice a victim or is she like a helper in this? We'll go over it.
I mean, yeah, just finish the story and then I'll tell you.
All right. So after this, like I said,
So far, I'm not liking it. Like,
no.
pedo alert times
Yeah.
10.
Yep. So after this, things were escalating at this point, and Cameron wanted another person in their relationship.
Dude.
Yeah, to like do these things to. And Janice was like, fine, you can have another person. I will not take part in being hung or hurt anymore. You can do it all to this person. But my only things are...
This was the wife.
Yes. Janice said, my only things are you cannot have sex with that person, and I want a baby.
So he can have sex with Janice.
Only Janice.
And the girl.
And not the girl at all. Only he can hang her, like do all those other things that he was doing to Janice. But, so Janice won't have all those fucking sick, twisted fantasy shits done to her.
But the girl will.
But the girl will, and then Cameron cannot fuck whoever girl it is. Yeah, whoever the girl is. But Janice he can only fuck Janice.
Okay.
And she wants a baby. And Janice got her baby. But Cameron was taking a little bit longer to find the girl that he wanted.
He just had a baby, though.
He just had a baby. Mm-hmm.
That should be enough right there.
Yeah, no, he wanted to, bring somebody else in. So.
Damn, how many girls does he want?
Well, we'll see. When it took Cameron, like I was saying, it took Cameron a long time to pick someone until he found Colleen. So when he found Colleen on the side of the road on May 19th of 77, that's when things started to change in their house. So
because the truth started coming out.
Well, because they brought somebody else in, they kidnapped.
Okay.
So let's go back to Colleen. At this point, she's at their house and she's blindfolded. So then now they're bringing her in, right? It's dark already. So we're back where I started the story. They walk her into the house and then walk her into the basement. She has blindfold on so she can kind of see underneath.
This is the new girl, right?
This is Colleen, yes, the hitchhiker that they picked up on the side of the road. When she gets down there, she's still handcuffed. Cameron takes the handcuffs and puts him over a pipe thing and hangs her up there.
Yeah.
Makes her strip and then replaces the handcuffs with leather straps and straps her up to the ceiling. After that,
while she's naked?
Yep, and she's naked. So all of a sudden, Cameron kicked out what she was standing on, because she was standing on a cooler. He kicked it out, and then she fucking dropped, all of her weight dropped onto her wrists and her shoulders.
Yeah.
And she started kicking. So when she started kicking, Cameron took a whip.
Especially when you're chained up like that.
Yeah. Cameron took a whip and started hitting her with it until she stopped kicking.
Oh, shit.
Yep. When she finally stopped and she relaxed as much as she could in this situation, Cameron grabbed her ankles and then put a different, smaller chest underneath her feet so she could stand on her tippy toes and relieve the pressure.
Ooh. Yeah, but that would literally make your calves tired as fuck, and then eventually you're just gonna hang yourself again.
Well, at this point, Cameron goes upstairs and gets Janice, and then from the bottom of her blindfold, Colleen can see that they're having sex right in front of her.
Who's having sex?
Cameron and his wife, Janice, are having sex in front of Colleen.
Oh, while she's hanged up?
While she's hanging up.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's some twisted shit, man.
Mm-hmm. After they finish...
It's yeah, I'm turned on over here.
It's bad.
What?
It's disgusting. After they finish, Cameron ripped
Yeah,
out...
disgusting is for sure.
Yeah.
While she's hanged up and shit?
Yeah.
No.
Fucking disgusting. So Cameron ripped out the smaller platform again from under her, and then she started, she just dropped again. But she understood that she wasn't allowed, she shouldn't be kicking or else she would get punished for it.
He's training her.
Yeah, he's training her. After she didn't do anything, he put the other chest back under her, the cooler, so that she could fully stand on it and fully relieve everything. And then when she did that, he took off the strap around her head because that was still there too. And then she begged for him to let him go, but it was no use because he just put that head box back on her and then attached it to the ceiling or something, so it kept all the weight off. Yep.
So she was almost hanging from her head only.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh shit.
But she was still standing, so she was fine.
Yeah, until he kicks that cooler
He's
up.
not. He didn't. No, he didn't. He's not going to kill her that. Remember, this is Survivor Tale.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say, like, bro.
no. So she couldn't breathe in the head box. So she was like moving around and like trying to get out, and she actually like was able to unclasp the head box. And then
Like, she was able to get out of it?
she unclasped it, but
One side?
as soon as she unclasped it and was able to breathe in some air, Cameron was like, "Why are you making so much noise?"
Oh,
And
he was
like,
coming
right
back.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
He was like right there, and she was like, I can't breathe." But he just added more restraints on her to make it more difficult to breathe, and
Oh,
then
fuck.
latched up the thing again.
The chance of survival right there.
Yep.
Just back closed.
Yep. And then he also put a device between her legs that was meant to like shock her as well, but it didn't work.
Okay. At least it didn't work, though.
Well, she was shocked later. We don't go over it, but there's a lot to it. Read that book. I can't.
Okay.
So this was only her first night there, which is just crazy to me. It gets worse.
So just show me the book after.
Yeah. So remember when I told you that she told her friend that she would be back on Saturday?
Yeah.
Well, obviously she didn't come home, and her roommate started calling her family to see if they had heard from Colleen. So nobody
Normal
had.
procedure.
Exactly. Nobody had. Then her roommate called the friend that Colleen was supposed to be visiting, and she found out that she never got there.
Well, yeah, after 2 days of not hearing anything.
Yep.
I mean, it's common sense.
So,
I'd be like, where the fuck are you, bro?
yeah. Then, so she started freaking out. So on Wednesday, May 25th, Colleen was reported missing. But, there was nothing to go on. No one knew where she had gone. No one knew where she, last was. So, unfortunately, the search for her as a missing person didn't really make any headway.
Like, nobody knew a speck of information?
No.
Like cameras or nothing?
Nothing. This is 1977, my friend.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. So Colleen was in the head box for many, many, many nights. And she was alone in the dark.
Speaking of, if you really think about it, imagine how many unsolved, mysteries back in the day.
Were just because there was lack of...
Yeah, lack of,
cameras.
Technology and, cameras and shit.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That is scary. There's a lot.
Yeah.
But what the cool thing is, though, is that some of the old cases...
This is my Hyde moment, by the way.
Some of the old cases that weren't able to be solved back then are now being solved now because of new DNA technology. And I think that's really cool.
Oh, that's right. Because remember, I did the one I was trying to do, the Katarzyna.
Mm-hmm.
They did that. They reopened the case and everything.
They found out who it was through DNA.
Yeah.
Even the
Which
Golden
I should
State
probably
Killer.
do that. I'll try to do that again.
Yeah. Even the Golden State Killer, which we'll do again at some point, was solved by new DNA technology, which is cool.
We should probably definitely do that.
The Golden State Killer?
That and mine. The
Golden State
Katarzyna
Killer
one.
is a serial killer, guys. So remember last time I did serial killer? That'll be fun. I'll do it. You guys are going to get the Golden State Killer. I just don't know when. But you'll get it.
Yeah, and I should probably redo the Katarzyna one.
Yeah. Sorry to digress so much, but okay.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Bring it back. All right. So Colleen was forced to wear the head box for many, many, many nights. And she was alone in the dark for most of it, except at night when they would bring her food and let her use the bathroom. So there was one night.
Oh, they actually let her use the bathroom and
in
stuff?
a bedpan, though.
Oh.
Yeah. There was one night when she had to go to the bathroom really bad. So
poop?
Yeah, probably. It doesn't say exactly, but I don't know.
Most likely poop.
Yeah, most likely. So she tried to get Cameron's attention by banging around, but it only pissed him off. So Cameron ended up whipping her and hanging her up until she passed out. So Cameron thought at this point, if she's just going to keep banging around, she's going to be making too much noise. I need to make something to keep her more restrained. So he ended up making a box that was like a coffin. And by the way, the head box he made as well. So he
Was the coffin box look alike? Was it big enough to carry cocaine?
Probably. I'm sure it was. So he made this box, right? It was almost like a coffin.
Johnny Depp the joke.
Yeah. It was 3 feet tall, and it was 6.5 feet long.
How long?
6.5 feet. So plenty of room for her to lay in there.
Okay.
The interior was double walled, so actually when it was completed, it was like a little snug.
Oh, he customized this box.
He made it, yeah. And
okay.
he also made the head box.
Why is he customizing it though?
wait 2 more seconds and I'm going to tell you.
Hmm.
Colleen was kept in this box.
Okay.
So he had drilled holes and put like a old hair dryer fan in there to like ventilate it.
Okay.
There's air quotes there. Ventilate.
Even though that's not going to work.
Yeah. She was still naked, but she was able to take off the head box and the gag, but she was chained into the box.
Can she move?
She can move a little bit, but not really. And she also had earplugs put in her ears.
Oh, shit.
So now he's like depraving her senses. And you know, that's like torture.
Yeah.
That literally is torture.
That's high anxiety for me.
Yo, you're not like, solitary confinement is so bad, even for like prisoners and
you can't hear
stuff.
too?
Yeah, like literally sensory deprivations. Fucked up. So Colleen was kept in there in that
And you can't
box.
see either because it's dark.
Yep. Colleen was kept in that box in the same routine of taking her out, letting her use the bedpan, putting her back in the box for 3 months.
She hasn't seen daylight or anything for 3 months?
No. They finally let Colleen have a bath. Okay. But this was not like a relaxing bath at all. So Cameron...
She got sprayed on, like with the high pressure hose?
Well, Cameron took her into the tub, and then he held her underwater until she couldn't breathe, or like couldn't hold her breath any longer.
More torture?
And then would pull her up, and then let her catch her breath, and then put her back in. And he kept doing that to her, taking photos, doing that again and again and again.
Someone was taking photos, or was...
He was.
How? Oh.
So he had a broomstick tied to her, so like she couldn't get up. Like she was attached to a broomstick, so she couldn't get up properly. Mm-hmm. And he was like pushing her underwater and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So like a different way of restraining her.
Uh-huh. So once he was done with all of that, finished with his fun, he went ahead and had Janice, his wife, go ahead and clean Colleen and brush Colleen's hair. So she couldn't get all the knots out, so she literally just started cutting knots out of her hair.
So giving her a bad haircut.
Pretty much, yeah. After this, Colleen...
Amateur barber night.
Yeah. Colleen was put back into the box, and Cameron's fantasies continued to grow, and he continued to perform them on Colleen.
Like... well, I'll read the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he started making her do things for him. So he made another head box, and he hung it up on the beam in the basement, and he made her sand a big piece of wood for him in the basement.
What was different about it?
It was just she could move. But
more freely?
A little bit more freely, but she was still in the head box, so she couldn't see, but she was supposed to sand a big piece of wood.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So... Eventually, Cameron ended up building what he called the workshop, and it was like a cupboard under the stairs, like Harry Potter. But not as good as Harry Potter. There's no magic here.
No magic.
No magic. But it was carpeted, and it had a light, and it had a concrete floor.
If anything, dark magic.
Definitely dark magic. Cameron let Colleen out of the box and put her in there to start doing things. So... At first, he let her in there, turned the light on, and she was like happy to have some space to move around. He made her start cracking walnuts. So she had a few, cracked the rest. Then eventually, she was crocheting and macrameing for them. And
he's giving her hobbies basically right now?
Yeah, but they were selling it at fucking flea markets.
Oh, so like the walnuts that she would crack.
Not the walnuts, but the crochet.
The crochet?
And the macrame.
Okay.
Like they would make her do it and then sell it.
Okay.
I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
That's like literally
child labor.
Not child labor, but she was their fucking slave.
Yeah.
They made her sign a contract saying that she was a slave. And they also said all of the things that she couldn't do, but basically Cameron was supposed to have full control over her everything.
She has no say?
No say. She's a slave. And at this time, when he made her sign this, he also said that there was a hierarchy called the company that was watching her.
Yo, he's on some satanic stuff.
And that if she ever left, the company would know about it. And the company has slaves, and they're all marked by a collar.
Is this controlled by a cult?
This is just... He's fucking lying. He's fucking lying. But Colleen thinks it's true.
Okay, I was going to say, this is all controlled by a cult?
No, this is just him. He's just fucking disgusting. He's a piece of shit. So, literally... He made Colleen wear a collar, sign a contract, basically saying that she was his slave and he could do whatever the fuck he wanted.
A collar like a dog?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. So
what a disgusting piece of shit.
yeah, and then he threw in the threat that the company was
He's like
watching
toying
her.
with her at this point.
Literally. And like basically he was saying that if she ever tried to run, they would know, and he would find out. And he told her stories about the company and that her new slave name was Kay, and she like believed him, like I said, but he was lying.
Poor girl.
After she signed this contract, though, she did have a bit more freedom, but he still made his threats to her. Like, for example, she wasn't allowed to contact her family, or else he would.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happened to the family? Like, the family's not saying anything about her.
They just think she's missing, but it's not like she can contact them.
Yeah, but
they filled out a missing persons report. They drove around. They looked,
and
but
the
they
cops
couldn't
are
find
not
her.
doing anything.
No,
Jesus Christ.
there's nothing to go on.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like I was saying, after she signed the contract, she had a bit more freedoms, but he still made his threats. So he said that if she contacted her family, she would be like crucifixed for 5 days, and then he would kill whatever family member she had contacted.
Like legit crucifix, like boarded up to the thing?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep.
That's like a brutal way to die.
Yeah.
Because you die of starvation.
Yeah. Yeah. It just would not be good. But only for 5 days he would hang her up there. But
still, that's painful.
Right. But he didn't actually do it.
The nails on between your hands and stuff. Oof.
Yeah. He didn't actually do it. But the threats continued on, and she still believed that the company was watching her.
But there was no company.
There was no company, no. This continued on. And remember when I said that Janice's one thing about Cameron being able to pick up a woman was the fact that he could not have sex with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there was one night.
And a baby.
And a baby. She got the baby, though. There was one night Cameron took Colleen out of the box in the basement and brought her up to his and Janice's room. He strapped her onto the bed, and they both got on top of the bed with Colleen.
Naked?
Naked.
Oh, shit.
And when they did, Cameron was touching Colleen and Janice. But then Cameron climbed on top of Colleen, and Janice could not handle it anymore. So she got up and ended up throwing up in their bathroom, and Cameron raped Colleen.
What?
Yep. And then she was brought back downstairs, back into the box.
Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This motherfucker is disgusting.
Wow. I did not expect that.
Yep. And then there was another day that Colleen was brought out of the house and brought to...
So at this point, she's like a sex slave.
She literally is their sex slave. Yep.
Right.
His sex slave.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yep. So one day, Colleen was brought out of the house and brought to an acre of land outside of where they lived, outside of Red Bluff. And when she got there, she saw there was a trailer on it. There wasn't many neighbors, and they're pretty spread out, which is basically they wanted to move there to like keep her away from everybody. So if she yelled or if anything ever happened, they'd be good. So when Cameron brought her to the house, he showed Colleen a box under their bed and like put her in it. So
What's in the box?
He had all of this shit already all set up, and then put Colleen underneath their bed. So she was under there a lot.
So she was basically gonna be in that box underneath their bed while they were sleeping the whole time. Yes,
and instead of in the box in their basement.
That's some sadistic shit.
Mm-hmm. So
it's like, I know you're underneath my bed.
Yep. So, but with this move to the new house,
the monster.
Yeah. No, she's not the monster. For fucking sure.
No, definitely not.
So at this new house, they were still doing the same routine. She was allowed to shower every 2 weeks. She was let out of the box sometimes to do yard work. And then they made her like dig a hole. So at first she's like,
just for shits and giggles?
Hold on. So at first she's like, am I digging this hole for my grave?
Or that, yeah.
I'm a little worried.
That was my next guess.
Yeah, but he ended up building a shed outside for storage. I'm air quoting, but it was really where he continued to torture Colleen and hanged her in there and did all of the sadistic shit.
He made a new device?
He made a new room because he didn't have a basement anymore.
And I'm sure he upgraded shit.
Of course, probably.
Wow.
Actually, yes, because what he actually did was he ended up making a new collar for Colleen, and it was made of metal, and it was like soldered on.
Oh shit.
Around this time, Janice was was pregnant the time when she threw up over Colleen.
Right.
She ended up having a second baby. So now she has 2 babies, and Janice didn't want to have the baby at the hospital. She wanted to have it at home. So she had the baby on her bed, and the whole time Colleen was under the bed listening to Janice give birth.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
That's some horror movie like scene right there.
Yep.
Like, I just add the thunder in the background.
Yeah, it's like, this is like the worst fucked up horror movie there would ever be. Actually, there is a movie based on this case. It's called The Girl in the Box.
Ooh, I want to see it then.
Yeah.
Because the candy was good like this. I want to see it.
Yeah. So after the baby, Janice had to get a job because they were starting to get tight on money.
Okay.
And Colleen was starting to act as a babysitter to these babies. So Cameron would take her out of the box when Janice wasn't home.
I kind of could see that coming.
Yeah. And then she was like taking care of the kids. And then he started forcing her to like run and like work out. Which I'm like, why would you force her to run? That's only...
To stay in shape?
Yeah, but like in my head, I'm like, the moment you let me run and then you let me run unsupervised, which is what he did, I would run the fuck out of there.
She's already trained.
Right. But at this time, she still thinks...
Go, girl.
She doesn't. She still thinks that the company exists, so she's not running. She's been told that she's being watched. She's genuinely afraid of that.
No.
Yeah, so she goes back. And...
Man.
Yep.
I was rooting for you.
Yeah. Well, we're still rooting for her. She does get out, remember. So eventually she was no longer sleeping in the box. She was instead sleeping in the bathroom, and she was chained up to a toilet. As more time passed, and again, I didn't mention this yet, but at this point she's been held captive for I think 4 or 5 years.
And her parents still don't know where her whereabouts are?
No. We're going to talk about that.
Nothing at all?
They don't know. No, they don't know anything.
Damn.
Yep. So as more time passed, they started being a little bit more lenient with Colleen, because at this point, I think that Cameron knew that she was not going anywhere.
Like, you knew the habits, or you know the habits already.
Right, like she's not going anywhere. Like, I think he broke her. And what he ended up doing is they let her work a job from their house, and then they let her call home.
Like they actually let her call her parents?
Yep. So she called her dad, and her sister answered and was like, "Who is this?" Shit. And she's like, "It's Colleen."
After so many years.
Yeah, she's like, "It's Colleen." And she's like, "Oh, why don't you call me anymore? Like, you don't call. Like, are you okay?"
"No, I'm not okay."
Like, she's like, "No, I'm fine." And Cameron was watching her, so she couldn't really say anything much. But she was so thankful and so happy to be able to speak to her family.
Yeah, but you're still going to go back. That she ended
up telling Cameron that she loved him.
What?
Yeah. So this is fucking Stockholm Syndrome.
Wait.
Yeah.
What?
So she was so thankful in the moment that she told Cameron, her captor, that she loved him. This is definition Stockholm Syndrome.
Wow.
You know what Stockholm Syndrome is, right?
Yes.
Okay. After this, after she said that she loved him, Cameron started being like nicer.
Just for the people that don't know what the Stockholm Syndrome is, what is it?
Do you know what Stockholm Syndrome is?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What is it?
For the people that don't know what Stockholm Syndrome is.
Ozzy doesn't know what Stockholm Syndrome is, even though I asked him twice if he knows what Stockholm Syndrome is. But Stockholm Syndrome
it's for research purposes only, all right?
The definition is feelings of trust or affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim towards a captor. So when somebody kidnaps you, like Beauty and the Beast is Stockholm Syndrome as well.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's a coping...
Oh, that's right, because he captured her.
Yeah, he did capture her. It's a coping mechanism for an abusive situation, and people end up developing feelings towards their captors over a certain period of time. And it just makes you like, because you're captive, it's like just a way of coping. But yeah, it's like everything is fine. Like your body is like lying to you and trying to cope. In any case, she told him that she loved him, and he was being nicer to her. So she asked him if she could go home to visit her family. And he said yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Get the hell out, girl.
Yeah. So she ended up going home, And when she showed up after being not home for 4 years, her family was super excited, ecstatic, but she looked like shit. Like, she was skinny, she was pale. It wasn't their daughter, but it was their daughter. So they didn't want to push her to answer questions.
I'm sure they had many questions.
Yeah, they didn't want to push her, but they also were like, what is going on here? Like, where have you been? But she wouldn't like tell them exactly where she had been. But Cameron gave her only a 48-hour window. So the whole first day she spent with her dad and her dad's family. And then she went over to her mom, who lived pretty close to where her dad was. Again, they were amicable. When she went over to her mom's, that's when Cameron came back and introduced himself as Mike, and then ended up leaving, like taking her back to his house.
Okay.
So when she was brought back to the Hooker household, unfortunately, she was just kept in the box pretty much for the next 3 years.
Every time you say that, it makes me think it's actually Hooker.
Yeah, they're fucking Hooker. No, their last name is Hookers.
I know.
Yeah, or Hooker. When she got back to the house, they pretty much just kept her in the box for the next 3 years. And
in the the head box thing?
No, in the box underneath
in
their
the coffin
bed.
thingy.
Underneath their bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the same pattern continued. Things continued. And again, I don't want to say too much about it. You can read it in the book. It's just a lot. And, we're getting kind of long on the episode too. So.
That's okay.
No, I mean, but I didn't want to include all of the torturous things that she's been through. She's been through enough, and, I don't want to talk about it all. You guys can read about it. She also wrote her own book as well. But after the 3 year, I want to talk about how she got out now.
Is there a reason, though?
Reason why? What?
You don't want to talk about it?
No, it's just a lot. And I'm not trying to, do everything.
How much is a lot?
Like a whole nother half of a book.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, that'd be like a 3-hour podcast.
Yeah. So after those 3 years of after she saw her family, she ends up starting to get along with Janice now.
Fakely, though.
No? Janice actually was actually starting to like Colleen.
Okay.
And the more that she started liking Colleen, and the more she started going to church, and the more she started hating Cameron, and the more that she just felt guilty and more guilty and more guilty and more guilty, she ended up telling Colleen the truth. She said, the company is not real. I want you to leave. I want you to get out. And I think we both need to get out.
Oh, she's giving her the opportunity to run?
Yes. So they hatch an escape plan together, and they actually leave together. And Janice brings Colleen to her parents' house, and she calls her dad and tells him what happened, and says, please wire me some money to come home. So she ended up going to the bus station, and when she was at the bus station, she called Cameron, and she said, I'm leaving. I know the truth now, and I'm not coming back, and there's nothing you could do. And she left, and she went back home.
Oh, shit. Immediate breakup. Good. While she was out, that was even perfect.
Well, that was Colleen.
Oh, okay.
So Colleen left. Then Janice ended up freaking out, feeling guilty, spoke to her pastor, and then her pastor called police. So Janice, to her pastor and to police, ended up confessing that her and Cameron, a couple of years ago, had kidnapped somebody and murdered them and buried their body. And she also admitted that she and her husband Cameron kidnapped Colleen.
Right.
And then they arrested her on the spot.
Good.
So.
As they should.
However.
Dun, dun, dun.
However. When they arrested
her,
now? She hired a lawyer.
Huh?
When they arrested her, she hired a lawyer. And when she hired a lawyer, she made a deal. She said, I will testify against Cameron.
Like a plea?
Not plea, because she didn't plead for anything. It was just an immunity deal. So she said, I will testify against Cameron for immunity for my involvement in these crimes. And they gave it to her.
What?
Yes. So she was immune from all of these charges that were about to come out. That's why I'm saying, that's why I said at the beginning of the episode, a lot of people are like, was she a victim of Cameron's, or was she part of it and just felt guilty, didn't want to be part of it anymore, and just wanted Colleen out of the house?
Wow. How do you get full immunity from that?
Right. Literally, this bitch gets fucking immunity for kidnapping and allegedly killing someone because they couldn't find anything on the killing. But they did end up flying or speaking to Colleen. And let's talk about, okay, so when Colleen gave her statement, she was very matter of fact. She was very, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened. She was very detached from it. So now, in this, just a quick aside, this Amber Heard case and Johnny Depp, this is the difference of a real victim. Colleen is literally sitting here telling you what happened over the course of 7 years of torture and abuse and being depraved of like sun and light and in space and everything.
And you give her full immunity from all shit.
Yeah.
How the hell does that work?
Yep. But she was articulate about what happened. With Amber Heard, she's not articulate about anything that happened.
Man, Amber Heard is just,
so she's not a real victim.
A psycho girl.
Just saying. They're just throwing it out there. In any case,
I know what kind of girl she is.
Yeah. When you're a victim of abuse of any kind, the story, typically when you tell it, is concise. You kind of detach from yourself and you remember things as if they happened to somebody else. Right. But you can say it in what exactly happened. You know? Right. There's no deviation.
It's almost like a replay.
Exactly. But in any case, that's what Colleen was doing with the police. So she was telling them very concisely of what happened. And they were sufficed with the information that Janice gave them and the information that Colleen gave them to go pick up Cameron. So on November 18th of 1985, Cameron was picked up. His property was searched and they found the boxes that Colleen was kept in. They found the head boxes. They found everything.
Like in the basement?
There wasn't the basement anymore, but they found the box under the bed and everything else.
Like they confirmed it.
Yeah. And he was put in jail immediately. And at the start of the trial... I mean,
that's enough evidence right there.
Yeah. And at the trial, he was found guilty of kidnapping, oral copulation, rape with a foreign object, sodomy, and 6 counts of rape.
Rape with a foreign object?
Yes.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I won't go into so much detail.
It gets like that?
That's why I don't want to go into all the detail of what happened to Colleen. Dark. But if you
and what else he got charged with?
He got oral copulation.
What's that?
Oral copulation is a specific charge relating to non-consensual contact between someone's mouth and another person's genital area. Non-consensual. So it's like...
So like rape
mouth
orally?
Rape. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. What else?
And sodomy and kidnapping.
What's sodomy?
Sodomy is sexual intercourse involving anal or oral copulation. So it's a combination of like...
So everything.
Pretty much. You got charged with everything, yeah.
Yeah, like rape of everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, he was found guilty and he was sentenced to 104 years.
Damn. So basically death.
Yeah. However, there is actually a hearing.
There's no however. He deserves it.
However, there is actually... He had...
Well, what do you mean? No.
Stop it. He had a parole hearing.
No. Fuck that.
And...
What?
He was denied parole.
I was going to say, don't tell me that shit, girl.
But there is a hearing that is coming up. It was postponed from COVID, and it said it was supposed to happen in April. Yeah, of this year, but it hasn't happened yet. I think it's been postponed again. That he would have a hearing to determine if he was a sexually violent predator still or not. And if he is... And he's found if he's found guilty, he'll stay in jail. If he's found not guilty, he'll be eligible for parole. He'll be able to get out.
How old is he now?
Hold on. That's a good question. 68.
Oh, so
he's currently in California Institute for Men in Chino.
So he's pretty much an old guy right now.
Yeah.
Ish.
Damn.
At that point, like, imagine you got out. Like, what would you do?
Yeah, so there's a hearing for that right now. So hopefully he doesn't get out, because that would suck really bad, especially for Colleen.
Oh shit, yeah.
Like I feel like that wouldn't be good for her at all.
No.
So like I had mentioned earlier, Colleen has written a book.
Like watch your back type of thing again.
Yeah, it would be so bad. I feel. Colleen has written a book about her experience, and you guys can read that. She also has a daughter, and she just tries to move on from her past. She tries to move on from it. That's all you can do, and that's what she tries to do. But she does have PTSD, and well, I mean, it's hard
after all that abuse and everything, of course.
Yeah, But Colleen, I don't.
And for so many years at that.
I feel so bad for her because to go through everything that she had gone through, and I feel like we didn't even like scratch the surface here. But to go through everything that she did go through and to survive all of it, like, first of all, that makes you a strong ass woman. Second of all, that's got to be really fucking hard. And again, like, wow, you're amazing.
Especially like raising your daughter.
Right. And writing a book about your experiences. So that way, if anyone ever has to go through anything like this,
like, how do you,
they
like,
have someone to
that's
look
got to
to.
take a lot of willpower to block out all that just to focus on your daughter.
Yeah. Well, Colleen, we're so proud of you.
We are proud of you, girl.
So proud of you, girl.
Girl power, girl.
You're so awesome.
Everybody's awesome.
It's cool and something. Yeah, well, that's it.
Damn.
Yeah, it's dark. I told you.
Yeah. Just as like, especially like those definitions that I just found out. It's like, whoa.
The definitions that I just
Hey,
found
I
out.
didn't know those words. Those are big words.
I was like, words are hard.
I struggle.
English is my second language.
It is, and that's why I struggle with my English. So I'm sorry, people.
Well, we hope you come back next week for another depressing
episode.
case. Yeah, another awesome episode, honestly. And we're gonna have our friend Selly on from Yes Offense podcast. You can find him at Silly Selly on Instagram. And then if you wanna follow our awesome person who manages our website, helps us with all things. Yes, that's LB Marvin, and you can find him on Twitter at LBMarvin_lit.
Can't wait for the one with us and Sally.
Yeah, that's next week. So tune in for that. And then, hold on, let me just make sure I had it. Yeah. And it's, yeah. Okay. And yeah, well, as always, we hope you stay safe and stay lifted. Bye.
Adios.